When he came to Tennyson almost 3 years ago, he was very angry and confused and feeling very uncertain about his life and where he belonged and what was going to happen.
I like theater. I love to act. I want a storm chase when I get older. Hopefully I'll be on the news one day.
Till the day you fucking die! Bomb you! Bomb you! Bomb you! Bomb you! Kill you! Kill you! Kill you! Call the feds on me, you fucking liar!
Daniel Larson has become one of the most infamous people online, from being abused as a child to being diagnosed with autism, ADHD, and bipolar disorder, to his controversial internet presence which led to his homelessness, erratic behavior, and encounters with the law. Daniel's story is marked by a series of troubling incidents and alarming behavior, but now it finally seems to have caught up with him. I highly recommend watching my previous 2 videos about Daniel, but if you're already somewhat familiar with his past, let's cover the most important update to Daniel's life. If you're new here, my name is Jangwon, and I like to cover interesting topics such as this one. And if this is your sort of thing, make sure to subscribe. Thank you. During the summer of 2023, a Secret Service agent named Daniel McDougal would begin investigating Daniel, following several terroristic threats that he made. Most notably the one where Daniel said,
"I am done, and I will not stop until the White House is blown up."
This occurred after Daniel had been released from police custody after having a destructive meltdown in Walmart.
I got my dog nap.
Just relax for me, okay?
I got my dog now.
Alright?
And then I got a text in the parking lot.
Alright, just relax. Just relax. We're gonna get figured out what's going on and then we can go from there.
Is this one?
Okay? Here, I don't wanna hurt your arm, so until we get figured out, we're just detaining you, alright?
Okay.
You just relax.
As well as having his dog taken away from him. Daniel would have various meetings with McDougal, with the most popular one being a meeting with Daniel, McDougal, as well as a fellow investigator.
On the southeast. I've never been to this park, so find where the southeast is. Okay, that might be it down here. They said there's a gazebo. Oh, there's 2 guys down there. I think that might be them. They're down by the lake. Hey. Okay. I just did.
Although a legitimate Secret Service agent was telling Daniel to cease making threats against people, businesses, and government agencies, Daniel would refuse, and would start making threats to McDougal. This would lead to a case being created against Daniel, which would eventually come to his arrest. To add to this, law enforcement would interrogate Clark, who is one of Daniel's most notable managers, who is under the guise of being a lawyer for the Vanderwall family. The law enforcement would also interrogate other members of Daniel's management team to confirm threats he made over the years. This ended up being the final pieces of evidence needed to arrest Daniel Larson. And on the 25th of April 2024, a warrant was set out for Daniel's arrest. This was thought to be caused from Daniel violating his probation multiple times. Only 2 days later, on the 27th of April, Daniel was kicked out of a Pump House restaurant by authorities, and the next day he was kicked out of Buffalo Wild Wings after defrauding the restaurant. On the evening of the 29th, he would become inactive on every social media account of his, with his last post saying that he was on the bus back to Boulder, Colorado. Daniel is well known for making terroristic threats across his social media pages and is speculated to have made over 100 threats since 2021. A prime example of this can be seen in the April 6th meltdown, where Daniel would repeat the phrases "bomb you" and "kill you," as well as threatening to cause damage to several government buildings, such as the White House.
Till the day you fucking die! Bomb you! Bomb you! Bomb you! Bomb you! Kill you! Kill you! Kill you! Call the feds on me, you fucking liar!
Daniel would also make several threats against Bob Proctor on his YouTube channel's community page, where he would threaten to assassinate him. Additionally, Daniel threatened a mass shooting against a hospital after being kicked out for loitering during January of the same year.
You like literally
So
can't.
you're under arrest for trespassing.
No, I'm
Are
not.
you ready to go?
No, I'm not, because I'm leaving.
So get up
But
and
I'm
leave now.
explaining to
No,
you.
we're done explaining. Or you can explain it to the judge.
I have a lawyer. And
Okay, good, you're gonna need him in about 30 seconds. So get up and go.
okay. What's your name?
Sergeant Sanders,
What's your,
you want a
and what's your
card?
badge number? Yeah.
I'll give you a card, how about
Because
that?
that's straight up harassment.
Okay, cool. You're trespassed from the hospital, do not come back in here today unless you have a medical emergency.
Well, if I'm trespassed, I ain't never coming back ever.
Fair enough.
I guess I'll plan a mass shooting on the place. Holy fuck. Treat me that way. I'll treat him with disrespect.
These threats were taken very seriously, as the Colorado Police Department would build a case against him, charging him with 7 counts of threats, which could land him in jail for 70 years if he's found guilty of all of them. During the indictment calling for Daniel's arrest, each threat that Daniel had made that contributed to his arrest was stated, especially one where Daniel threatened to bomb a non-profit organization known as the DDRC. This organization helped Daniel attain housing in the past, and it's unknown why Daniel chose to make this threat against them. This would lead the building to being evacuated due to the suspicion of the bomb threat being legitimate. Daniel would be arrested during the afternoon of April 30th, during his probation meeting, and was booked into the Jefferson County Detention Facility, ineligible for bail. Before it was revealed that he was charged for 7 counts of threats, his charge was courtesy housing for another agency. Then 1 day later, he would be transferred to Clear Creek County Jail. It was revealed that the FBI was made aware of the threats from July 3rd Community Tab incident, the August 29th meltdown.
I want her fucking dead. I want Grace fucking dead. I want Grace fucking dead. This is for her. This is for her because she's fucking been behind all the manipulation ever since the beginning. I want her fucking dead. I want her fucking dead. I want her fucking dead.
The Christmas Day meltdown.
Holy shit, it's cold. No more motels. Fuck. I was trying to be all nice to Bob. I know how he doesn't want me posting about him, but after tonight on Christmas Day, I have no choice but to slander his. I won't be having family dinner on Christmas Day or nothing. Bob is treating me like a piece of fucking shit, and I want to die. Bob just completely shut off his phone, won't answer any of my calls, and my fucking Christmas is fucking ruined because of that jackass Bob. And fuck this care package. I don't need a fucking care package. I will throw that into the fucking lake. I'm Apparently Bob thinks it's funny to watch me in pain. Fucking Christmas Day. Oh my fucking god, I just got fucking attacked by some guy walking down the fucking road. What the fuck? I hate Bob. Fucking bitch, it's Christmas Day.
And the March 23rd meltdown.
The FBI can go ahead and press legal charges on me. I will just kill their ass. I'm being chased by a group of about 10 teenagers that go to CU University. The same, or one of the groups that attacked me a couple days ago. They're trying to...
On May 3rd, Clark, Daniel's former manager, would report in a Discord server that police officers had showed up at his work, and almost instantly, Clark went offline. The members of the management Discord had assumed that Clark was arrested due to him allegedly being an accomplice of the bomb threats, although this was proven false. After hours of Clark being offline, he would return to Discord with concerning news. He shared that he was fired from his job for being, quote-unquote, too drunk. Also, he was contacted by Bob Proctor, Daniel's mentor, about Daniel getting into a fight while being held. This was news to everyone in the Discord, considering that since the Christmas Day meltdown, Bob had allegedly cut ties with Daniel. After this, Clark would officially stop managing Daniel, and during his final calls with him, Clark would admit to Daniel that everything he had done up to that point was fake, and that he would stop contacting him completely. Shortly after this call, a final call between Clark and Daniel was made. In his text to Bob would state that Daniel wanted to have a man-to-man talk with Clark, as well as hearing his concerns. This shows that even after being informed that Clark was trolling Daniel the entire time, he failed to understand that there was no friendship between them. On May 2nd, Flexburger uploaded a call between Daniel and Clark. The call would start with Daniel stating that the police are looking into Bob's financial situation, under the suspicion that Bob is committing fraud. Daniel would then inform Clark that he has a federal court on Monday, May the 5th, and has acquired a public defender. He would later elaborate that he has been deemed a flight risk, and the judge said that he is one step away from acting on these threats. This is also the call where Daniel would say that the DDRC organization had to evacuate because of his bomb threats.
They're not calling it like terrorist threats, they're not saying anything like that, but they are saying their biggest concern is apparently DDRC. They had to fully evacuate.
Jeez.
Recorded by Clark and Associates.
After like comments you made one time, they had to evacuate like the whole building or something.
Yep, and they brought in bomb-sniffing dogs.
Jesus Christ.
Because like DRC just took associates. Which, I mean, proves kind of how stupid they are. You know, because they know me so well that like they know I'm not going to do that. Kind of ridiculous.
Like, why would they even waste their time? They know who you are.
Right. Like, they know who I am. I don't know why they're going to waste their time. And not only that, the FBI is still saying things about you. And not only you, but now the Discord server.
On the 12th of May, a second call between Clark and Daniel would be leaked. This call would occur on the 6th of May, and would contain Clark revealing everything to Daniel, from his UCLA classes being fake, to Clark not actually being a lawyer or a manager of his. This occurred after Daniel's management were interrogated by the police due to their involvement with Daniel. Clark would elaborate that due to Daniel, he had lost 2 jobs due to him, and that this call was the most important call of his life.
Hello?
Okay, Daniel, I need you to listen completely for the next 10 minutes, and I need to talk to you, okay? I need you to not interrupt me, and I need you to be fucking serious right here, because this is probably the only time. It's one of the most important things I'm ever going to tell you. All of this has been, it's fake, man. I mean, I'm not Clark. I'm not a lawyer. I don't work for Interscope. Grace doesn't want to talk to you. There isn't Grace. The only reason Grace knows you is because she thinks either you're a predator and creep, and the only time you've ever talked to Tina was because she was telling you to back away. I mean, it hurts to say UCLA was fake, Interscope was fake. Every single thing that we did, it was fake. I mean, none of that was real, Daniel. I mean, and I can't keep leading you on here. And to be honest, you do need to learn your lesson. And I know we've acted like friends for the past 9 months, but really you're a sick guy, man. And I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. Then I would see you send those to 15-year-old Sky Brown, say your things. You need to get some help. And I've been recording everything. We even worked with McDougall for a while, and I'm done. Like it's over, man. There isn't anything else to say. I've been lying to you. I've been faking fucking everything. Grace doesn't even know if she knows who you are, she thinks you're a weirdo. And yeah. I mean, and I get some circumstances, but at the same time, you really are a menace to the streets of Colorado. I'm a 20-year-old kid from St. Louis in community college, and I know literally nothing. So, I am going to say I won't be answering any more calls anymore. This is probably the last time we'll ever talk.
Daniel would call Clark for the final time on May 9th. Clark reluctantly agreed to do this after former members of Daniel's management convinced him to. Considering Clark's unwillingness to speak with Daniel after this call, this is most likely the final time Daniel will have contact with the outside world. Daniel is now facing serious legal charges, including use or threatened use of explosives, and 1 count of interstate communication of threats. Each threatened use of explosive charge carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in federal prison, with the other charge adding another 5 years. Based off the 7 charges, the maximum jail time that Daniel could face is 65 years in prison, and it is likely that Daniel will face a significant fine ranging in the thousands to millions of dollars. As mentioned in the calls with Clark, Daniel was assigned a public defender as he did not want to get a lawyer due to his financial instability. It is unknown when he was assigned, but his public defender would soon be known as Jared Scott Westbrook. According to Daniel, Westbrook's main argument would be that due to Daniel's inability to actually hurt people by use of explosives, the charges he was facing were false. On May 10th, right before Daniel's court hearing, documents were found that detailed Daniel's public defender, making a motion for Daniel's immediate release. Ironically enough, according to a detention order signed by Judge Norman Reed Neurater, Daniel would request to be released just a day before this on May 9th, which of course would be denied. Documents would be released which asked for Daniel to be put under GPS tracking, as well as being put under mandatory mental health treatment. These documents would also mention putting Daniel into a halfway house, where he'd stay if he were to come out of jail, which has not happened yet, and this motion would have been left uncertain. On May 10th, Daniel appeared in court for an arraignment and pleaded not guilty to his charges. Due to this, Daniel was not let out of jail and was given a new trial date, set to June 15th, which was stated in the order of detention following the trial. According to Bob, Daniel stated that nothing was accomplished, following the hearing's conclusion. After the court hearing, the judge, Neurater, released an order of detention. This would confirm that Daniel was going to remain in jail after pleading not guilty, as well as the judge demanding that Daniel complete a mandatory mental health evaluation. On May 27th, a docket report was issued that detailed all of what happened up to the point during Daniel's incarceration. In addition, a docket from the 23rd ordered Daniel to have a mental health check, as the judge saw Daniel as possibly incompetent to stand trial. On May 31st, Daniel was transferred to Englewood Federal Correctional Institution. Due to Daniel's bomb threats, which of course were false, given the severity of the situation, he may be put into prison for a very long time, and many of the people who follow Daniel Larson and his story see this as the official end of the Daniel Larson saga. Thank you for watching.
Nothing is better than the chocolate-covered hot dogs. Well, Scooby-Doo! Robbie, roll!